Okay, guys, here is a house for $179,000 in Jensen Beach, Florida. This is a single family house on about a quarter of an acre. It's a nice ranch level house, and it's got a nice yard, pretty much a pretty good level of privacy. Let me pan around here. I don't have access inside. This is about 5 to 10 minutes away from Jensen, the beach itself, the Atlantic Ocean. And it's in a decent neighborhood. I would say safe neighborhood, not a bad neighborhood. All that greenery there is your property, and then that blue house is your neighbor. So we'll go up the street and then we'll turn back around. We'll look at the house. I want to get a feel for the neighborhood. The neighborhood looks decent. Again, safe, quiet. It's early in the morning here on the weekend as I take a look at this property. So no HOA. Well, that neighbor doesn't look good. Well, the house condition was like falling apart there. This is I would say a lower middle class, not poverty, not upper class. It could be considered middle class, but I would say lower middle class a little bit. Jensen Beach itself is a nice area. The beach where the Atlantic Ocean is decent. The ocean isn't that nice. It's a little bit brown. It's not like the South Florida teal color, and the sand is a little bit suspect. So I'm not a big fan of the beaches in this area, even though the surrounding area can be nice. It's not like the hustle and bustle of tourism of South Florida. It's more like locals. So to the left-hand side here is the property. The neighbor's house doesn't look that nice. And it's cute in one sense. In another sense, I don't know. It's not that appealing. I mean, it has an appeal. It definitely has a level of single-family privacy, but it doesn't have, the greatest of, I don't know, man. The greatest of neighborhoods is what I wanted to say, but it's not a bad neighborhood. A little dingy. It's got a dingy feel. I definitely would feel safe sleeping here. You could park an RV in the spot I'm in now. You could park your regular car. No steps getting in the entrance, which is great for seniors or those disabled. I would definitely feel comfortable sleeping in the house. I wouldn't feel stressed. I would feel comfortable walking around this community without any problem. So all those are things I look at. It's not much to look at, though, if you walk around the community. And we'll take a little bit more look. I believe it's just about, I think it's 650 square feet. Some newer renovations. You see the newer siding, the painted door. You got a nice tree here in the front. Property taxes are about a couple grand a year. No HOA. Here in Jensen Beach, Florida. So let's take a look at the surrounding neighborhood. Let me know your thoughts in the comment when we take a little bit of drive around this neighborhood. Do you like this house? Do you like the property? Again, sitting on about a quarter acre. You got a fence to the left. You got a fence to the right, which is wooden and a little bit coming down. No fence to your left. You have a fence in the back of the property. Again, wooden fence and not in the best condition. Let's take a look behind the property and just kind of circle a couple of these blocks and see what the neighborhood looks like. There's an empty vacant lot to the right of it. It looks like on the corner here. There's a vacant lot here. 616 is vacant. Again, neighborhood looks decent. It looks like a middle class neighborhood. Definitely not wealthy. Definitely not poor. Some nicer, newer homes. Like these homes here look pretty good. Pretty newer. Palm tree here. Yeah, the house directly behind it looks good. And the houses in the street behind it look good. I know we're facing in the sun. I'll turn around so you can see these houses. See, I'll turn around in this driveway. This guy's got a big boat in his driveway. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, you're 5 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. You're about 10, 15 minutes away from I-95. You're probably about 45 minutes away from West Palm Beach Airport. So look, this is the house to my right. That house right here, that is directly behind the house that I'm looking at. So that's a nice sign, because the neighbor behind us is obviously upper middle class. It seems like that's got to be, I would say, a $300,000-$400,000 house at least. So the street behind it is nicer a little bit. Got a nicer feel. There's a couple one-offs, like this house across the street here is a little bit run down. At least that guest house is. But yeah, I mean, you can picture yourself walking around the community without any problem. See, this house is this lot here is directly next to it. There's nothing there, so that could be sold and someone can build something on this property here, because that fence line separates. $179,000 is considered. It's considered reasonable at this time and age. So I'm just taking one more look. One more look here. So, I mean, I like the front. The front has a lot of appeal to me. It's very cute. I like the place to park. I like the color of the door. Would I like redoing the fence? No. Would I feel safe and cozy here? Yeah. How about a hurricane? Yeah, I would feel safe with a hurricane, whether or not I stay or not, because it's just a small single family. I mean, there's not much. It's a pretty much a flat piece of property. There's not much that can happen. I mean, this tree could fall, I guess, but this tree is not that big. I know you can't see the entire part of it, but it really doesn't go up that high. There's some trees in the back that I guess could fall on the roof. And again, this property here, all to the left, all this grass, is pretty much your property. We're going to go down this street now and then make a left. Forgive me, I know we're going in the sun. And it's got something to offer. I would like to see that house more priced around $125K at least. Trying to find houses around $100,000 and under. Good luck with that in a middle class neighborhood or a decent neighborhood in today's economy as I make this. We're going to make a left. I'm going to see this major highway here. So you got a mixture of political. I saw Trump 2020. I see a Biden sign. We're in Florida. You pretty much, it leans conservative, but you got a good mix of people, because you got people from all over the country that resettled here. And so you got a even kind of playing field philosophy. See, this house is for sale here also in the neighborhood, which is nice. So this house, I mean, again, it looks like the newer houses, they build them bigger and nicer. And so it's definitely middle class. And the older houses, the small, quaint ones, they're either, a little bit renovated, or they're just falling apart and then they get bought out and rebuilt like that. And that's what's going on in today's economy, is that the small cottage homes are no longer built, which was the middle class, or people trying to get out of the lower class. And now you just have kind of like the bigger houses being built, which leads to bigger property taxes, bigger maintenance, and then your house becomes a burden, not a blessing, and then that's not a positive thing. So this main street here, Dixie Highway, is the main inner path. Across the street here, looks like a supply warehouse there. Almost got a little bit of an industrial feel. Forgive me, we may be going into the sun. I just want to go up this street and then we'll end it. And you got an import car dealership thing there. You got a little cafe, pineapple cafe there. And again, I apologize. I know we're going into the sun, so you don't get the best perspective. Auto repair shops, nursery there where they grow plants and things like that. And as we're facing east now and the sun's coming up, that's why we're in the path of the sun. So again, 5 minutes pretty much in this direction would give you to the access to the Jensen beaches, which are not that nice. The water's not that clear. The sand is not that nice. They are not that packed. That's the good thing. To get to good beaches, you got to get to at least Palm Beach. You can get to Jupiter, you can get to Juno Beach, and then south from there. And then once you're in Palm Beach County, Broward County, Dade County, then you get to the nicer beaches. Jensen Beach, the Treasure Coast, not that nice. Vero Beach is a decent, but I don't prefer the Treasure Coast beaches. I don't think they're that nice. So, the Civic Center here. I mean, again, there's nothing like, there's no red flags in the neighborhood. It's a mix of small, older homes. Jensen Beach is an older local community with some middle class, newer homes, a little bit higher end. And then obviously once you get to the beach area, you'll have some high-end homes. And let me know your thoughts below. Just trying to give you perspective on, as I look at a home base, would I consider, and I think you could park an RV there, no problem. There's no HOA, so you'd be fine there. But if you're going to get a house, why get an RV? You know, I know some people do that, but for me, I'm trying to live simple. So if I get a house, or if I get like a RV lot, if I get a house, I would just keep a car and just travel out of that. That's my opinion. I think that's keeping it simple. I wouldn't want the expense of an RV and a house. It's like then you go into a complex, even if you buy a small house. At least for me, everyone has a different way to live. But you see, it's a quiet area here. We're still driving east, and it's, you know, again, you'd feel safe, you'd feel comfortable. You know, you got hospitals in the area, you got all the amenities. Route 1 is very close. You got all the infrastructure you would want. I don't know school systems that well in this area. I just wanted to go a little bit further. There's a Class C there. Someone parked in there. It's a Class C there. Someone parked that up there. Oh, it's an industrial thing. A little bit of an industrial feel. But all right, guys, I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. Click the thumbs up. Join if you're not a member. Subscribe if you're not. Check out my playlist. Leave a comment below. What do you think about the house? I didn't have access inside, but, you know, at least you get a visual perspective on things I'm looking at. All right, see you in the next one.